Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I hope that you are fine and ready to learn the basics of English language. Before we start our today's topic, I would like you people to subscribe my channel so that you may not miss any of my videos. So let's get started. The topic about which we are going to discuss today is the present indefinite tense or the simple present tense. Here are the four main aspects of the present tense. The first one is called simple present or the present indefinite. The second one is called present continuous or present progressive. The third one is known as present perfect, and the fourth one is called present perfect continuous. So let me tell you about the usage of the present indefinite tense. Actually, the situations or the conditions in which you usually use the present indefinite tense. So basically, there are three different situations in which we use the present indefinite tense. The first one is the daily routine. The second one is when you're talking about habits or repeated actions. And when you're talking about the universal facts, you use the present indefinite tense. So let's talk about the daily routine. When you want to tell somebody about the tasks that you perform on daily basis, you should use the present indefinite tense. Look at the examples below. I go to school at 7 a.m. So it's a daily routine task. We play in the park. He works in an office. Number two, habits or repeated actions. So when you talk about the repeated actions or your habits, you should use the present indefinite tense. Look at the examples below. He always comes late. My brother washes his bicycle. She likes candies. The third one is about universal fact. When you're talking about universal facts or the universal truths, you should use the present indefinite tense. Look at the examples. The sun rises in the east. 2 and 2 make 4. Clouds float in the air. So, let's talk about the formation of the affirmative sentence of present indefinite tense. Um, in the beginning of the sentence, you should have the subject. So I hope that you know what subject is. Okay, let me tell you. The subject is a part of a sentence that contains the person or thing that is actually performing the action in a sentence. The subject may be singular, it may also be plural, and it may be a name as well. So in the start of the affirmative sentence of the present indefinite tense, you have the subject. Then comes the first form of the verb with or without s or es. Then comes the object or the complement, and at the end of it, there should be full stop. So here are some rules to remember. The first rule states that if you have singular subject, you should add s or es with the first form of the verb. But in case of plural subjects, and if you have I as a subject in your sentence, then you should not add s or es with the first form of the verb. So these two are the basic rules that are supposed to be followed when you are writing the affirmative sentence of the present indefinite tense. Let me elaborate it with the help of the examples. Look at the first example. The girl plays piano. So here the girl is the subject and it is a singular subject. Plays is the verb here, V1 with S. So I have told you earlier that if your subject is singular, then you put S or yes with the first form of the verb in the affirmative sentence of the present indefinite tense. And piano here is the object of the sentence. Look at the second example. They visit us on Sundays. So here they is the subject. Visit here is the V1 without S or es. See, our subject was plural. That's why I haven't added s with visit. Following the previous rule, us here is the object and on Sundays is the complement in this example. So I hope that you understand the concept of the affirmative sentence formation of the present indefinite tense very well. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Take care. Allah Hafiz.